Adrift, I don't know. I just kind of watched this one on a whim. It's got Shailene Woodley, but I was very underwhelmed. It was not. I don't know. It was just like people get stranded on a boat. You can guess what happens. It's about survival. I don't know, and romance and stuff. So it didn't really do anything for me. I can't say much more than that without spoiling it, but I could honestly put it in the F tier for being a waste of a solid hour, but I'll give it E. I'd say it's on the level of Peppermint. Legend. Legend was pretty good, starring Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy. He plays two brothers who are like mafia bosses, and the reason I'm not going to give it an A is because I don't remember everything that happened in it. It just wasn't that memorable for me. It was great acting. I love Tom Hardy, especially as Bane in the Dark Knight series. But it just wasn't that memorable for me. Okay, this is definitely going to be a 2-part video. Oh well. We're gonna give Legend a solid B tier. It was good, but didn't blow me away. Triple Frontier. Triple Frontier was an interesting sort of concept, I guess. But parts of the ending for it made me not the biggest fan. It was just kind of one of those movies that leaves you not satisfied, which I guess you're supposed to feel that way, and just because you don't feel great at the end of a movie doesn't mean it's not good, or else Disney movies would rule, which I guess they kind of do, but in the sense that they're the most popular. But I don't know, it wasn't that great. I'll give it a D. Solid, sitting in the D tier. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Shameless. Oh, what a show. Shameless is a ridiculous show about the south side of Chicago with like a family who lives there and kind of scams their way through life. At least Frank does. But it's entertaining and funny. I definitely would not watch it with children. But it's a pretty good show. I'd say solid B. Up there. Oh man, B is my most filled category. Next we've got 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why, kind of similar to Teenage Bounty Hunters. I went into it with very low expectations, and they were actually met, and I wouldn't say surpassed, but 13 Reasons Why is based on a book that I read, and the book is actually pretty interesting. It's about a girl who committed suicide, and I guess the reasons for why she did it, and the concept with the tapes and stuff is pretty interesting. But I think what I watched the first couple seasons. I think there are 3 or 4, maybe 4 at this point. I can't remember. I watched the first couple seasons in 2018 or 19, but I watched the most recent season in 2020. And the interesting thing was the book, the part of the TV show that's based on the book only goes through season 1 or season 2, like partway through season 2 or something like that. I can't remember because it's been a while. So season 3 is pretty much just it's like written only for the TV series, which was actually pretty interesting. I don't know. It's definitely not like amazing, but I don't know. It kind of had that like dark teenage, interesting young adult feel to it, and I don't know. It was definitely cheesy in places, but I think it could slide into C tier. I don't know, just as like entertaining and not as bad as you would expect. Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is going up there. It was good. It's going A. Adam Sandler. I did see the ending coming, but it was good anyway. It's about a jeweler, and it feels like, I think I asked my buddies at the end of it if it was based on a true story. It is fictional, but it was pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure it's fictional. Oh man, now I'm even second guessing myself, but yeah, it was good. It was that kind of like believable, and it was interesting to see Adam Sandler in something that was not a comedy. Yeah, it was good. Unabomber, in his own words. This is another documentary that I watched. It was more interesting to me because I didn't really know the story of the Unabomber. But it was good. It was well told, interesting. Yeah, I'd probably give it a B or a C. There's too much stuff in B. I'm probably gonna give it a C. Yeah, I definitely can't give it an A. Yeah, we'll slide it into C. Or we have a lot of stuff in here. Just gonna move these real quick. That's not the fastest way to do that. Oh well. Outer Banks. Outer Banks is right there along with Teenage Bounty Hunters and 13 Reasons Why, and the kind of low expectation teen drama-y show. And oh boy, it had some cheese, very cheesy. But it also had its own kind of like subtle charm. I don't know. I was really disappointed when I found out that it wasn't actually shot in the Outer Banks. I'm from North Carolina, so that's not too far away. I guess Charleston isn't that much further, which is actually where it was shot, or a good bit of it is what I heard. But yeah, it was an entertaining concept, I guess, with decent execution, although very cheesy. Yeah, the ending, oh man, the ending was something. I don't know. I think it could slide into a B tier, up there with Cobra Kai. I feel bad putting it over stuff like The Good Place and Kingdom. Yeah, because I don't think it's necessarily better than those. I just need like a big B and C tier for mediocre stuff. We'll move Unabomber up to B tier and slide Outer Banks into C tier. Yeah. Twin Peaks. I decided to go back and watch Twin Peaks. It's an older show from like the 90s or 80s or something. But at this point I was kind of into like dark, I don't know, mysterious thrillers and that kind of thing, like crime dramas, I guess. And I watched like the first season of it. It was decent, but then it got too trippy for me. It hasn't really aged that well, to be honest. Yeah, so we're putting it in D tier. Need to speed up here. I've got like 5 minutes. Mad Men. I watched like the first 3 episodes of Mad Men. I've had a lot of people recommend it to me. It seemed well done, and it very much like brings you back to the 80s. So it's up there, but I wasn't blown away with it. It could maybe go in C tier. I don't know, just because it didn't hold my interest, I'll throw it down in D tier, just because B and C tier are too full. Maybe I should move like the invitation up to A tier. Yeah, why not? We'll throw the invitation up there. This is not how tiers are supposed to work. I really just need bigger tiers so that I don't have to keep doing this. I was gonna move it up. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. I wasn't that blown away with it, so yeah, deal with it. I know people might be annoyed that I put it there. Tiger King. Tiger King was one of the best documentaries of 2020. Most popular and just good because it was really well done in the sense that every episode had something very shocking about it, and was just an interesting look into a part of American culture. Yeah, so it'll go up there. End of watch. I'm speeding up because I only have like 3 minutes left. End of watch. I was underwhelmed. Good acting. Story was not that great. Yeah, it's going E. Yeah, just not that good. Cheer. Good documentary. Kind of sports documentary-ish. And it was just interesting. It was something that I didn't really know much about. I never really thought cheerleading was a sport until I watched it, so it kind of changed my mind. So it's up there. Yeah, we'll give it A tier. Surprisingly, I don't know, interesting. Good documentaries are stuff that like takes something that was not interesting to you previously and makes you interested in it, and that's exactly what it did. 6 Underground, F. I didn't make it through the first 10 minutes of it. It could maybe swing up to an E, but it got a detail wrong about it like suddenly jumps from Florence, which I've been to Siena, Italy. Like in the middle of a shot, a guy's driving a car and takes a turn and travels like 50 miles or something. And that just bothered me. I mean, I was impressed with myself for knowing that, but yeah, it was incredibly cheesy, and maybe it got better, but I didn't see that happening. The Witcher's up there. I watched this one with my buddies. Pretty good and just entertaining. Yennefer, what a woman. We'll put it up there. It could go A tier. I think it's a B really for me, if I'm being honest. La Casa de Papel. I also jumped into The Witcher a little bit late, like halfway through season 1 or something. I think there are a couple seasons of it now. La Casa de Papel, one of my favorite shows of the year 2020. It's a Spanish show actually. It's funny. It's called Money Heist, the American version, even though the House of Paper, it's about like robbing whatever those places that print money are called. But it's brilliant. It's very smart, very interesting. I've got 30 seconds left. Brilliant. The Keepers was super good. Amazing work of investigative journalism. It's up there. Super interesting. You should go check it out. It'll go in A. So there we go. That's my tier list of stuff I watched in 2020. Let me know if you guys would have ranked anything different. Yeah, thanks for watching if you stuck with us, and have a good one. Adios.